Blueberry cornbread. Have you had it before? Well, I'm going to share with you how I make mine, plus a quick recipe for honey butter. Well, these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I have my yellow cornmeal, some flour, buttermilk, 1 egg, some unsalted butter. I have my blueberries, and I had a bunch of blueberries, so these are blueberries that I actually had frozen. I have some sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and some salt. So first, it's first thing in the morning, and I did not take my egg out to get it at room temperature. So a quick way to get your egg at room temperature is to put it in a bowl of warm water. Now I also have my butter. This is 1 stick of butter that I'm going to melt in the microwave, and that's going to go in our cornbread. Next, I have my 8-inch cast iron skillet. I'm putting a tablespoon of vegetable oil. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to turn my oven on 425. While my oven is heating up, the oil is going to get nice and hot, and when we put our cornbread in there, it's going to give our cornbread that nice classic crust that we expect on a good cornbread. My butter is out of the microwave. I'm going to let it cool, and while our butter is cooling, I'm going to get together our dry ingredients. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're a returner, welcome back. My name is Dyvonne, and on my channel, I love to share what I cook and bake for my family in my kitchen. So if you enjoy homeschool recipes, I hope you consider subscribing. So far in my bowl, I have 1 cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. You want to make sure that you fluff up your flour like I did and level it off. And I also have 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. Now to that, I added my sugar, and that was 1/3 a cup of sugar. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and we're going to use just some regular table salt. And this is 1/3 teaspoon of regular table salt. In the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients you need to make this blueberry cornbread. But what I'm going to share with you and show you is how I take those ingredients and put them together to make my cornbread. So I put in some baking soda, and that was 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm also going to put in some baking powder. Our baking powder, I'm going to be using 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now when you're using your baking powder especially, you want to make sure that your baking powder is not expired, because if it's expired, what's going to happen is it's not going to work as well in your recipe. So always check to make sure your baking powder has not expired. You've got good baking powder that you're working with. So once I have my dry ingredients in my bowl, I use my wire whisk. Go ahead, give everything a good stir. And you can also use a fork to mix your dry ingredients together. And remember, that was 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So once we have our dry ingredients, I'm going to set this aside, and then we're going to start working on our wet ingredients. You want to use a bigger bowl because everything is going to get mixed into our bigger bowl. So I have my egg that is now at room temperature, and you want that egg to be sitting in warm water and not hot water, okay? And so once I put my egg in the big bowl, I'm going to go ahead and beat it to make sure it becomes nice and frothy and you don't have any of the white showing. So a whisk works best for this, but you can definitely do it with a fork. So once we've gone on and we've beaten our egg, it's nice and bright yellow, we're going to add in our buttermilk. Now be sure to shake your buttermilk before adding your buttermilk to your eggs. And so we're building all of our wet ingredients. And to our wet ingredients, we're going to add our dry ingredients. And that was 1 cup of buttermilk. And you see now, because we had our beaten egg, having that beaten egg is easier to mix the buttermilk in with it versus trying to chase around an egg in a bowl with the buttermilk. Now once we've mixed the buttermilk and the egg, I go ahead and add those dry ingredients. We're going to go ahead and just gently start to fold the dry ingredients and that buttermilk egg mixture together. Now once I've kind of folded in a little bit of the buttermilk egg mixture, we're going to add in our cool melted butter. And that was 1 stick of unsalted butter, and that 1 stick is equivalent to 1/2 cup. Okay, and so once we put that butter in there, go ahead, we're going to start mixing it, blending everything around. Now we also have our skillet. Remember, it's in the oven, it's getting nice and hot, and my temperature timer just went off, so it lets me know my oven is at that preheated 425. Now also, when you're mixing together your cornbread, you want to make sure that you don't overmix, but you just want to make sure that you've blended the ingredients together well, but you don't need to overmix that. So I have my 1 cup of frozen blueberries, and I like to leave my blueberries frozen. If they were frozen, I don't defrost them because sometimes defrosting them, a lot of extra liquid will come from them, and then when we mix them in to our cornbread, what happens is our cornbread turns blue. So if they're frozen, I like to leave mine frozen. Now to my frozen blueberries, when that's 1 cup, I add in a little bit, about a tablespoon of some flour, and I'm going to add just the blueberries, not any extra flour. The reason why I like to coat the blueberries in some flour, whether I'm using the fresh ones or either the ones that I have frozen, is because this is going to help some of the blueberries kind of more stay to the top of our cornbread versus them all ending up on the bottom of our pan. And so this is going to help them kind of cascade throughout our cornbread. And then once you add your blueberries, just gently fold. You want to do a gentle folding motion when you're incorporating them into your batter. Now our skillet is ready. It is nice and hot, and your batter will be thick. You see my batter's thick, and then you go ahead, you put your batter in, and then you want to act quickly and go ahead and even everything out. And you see that sizzle? That nice sizzle is going to create that nice crust on the bottom of our cornbread. And so go ahead, even everything out, just like I'm doing there. I go ahead and smooth my batter out to make sure that everything is nice and even. It's going to bake in my oven at 425 for about 18 to 25 minutes. Check it at around 15 minutes to see how it's baking up. And you want to go ahead and use a tester like a toothpick and test it in the middle. Now while my cornbread is baking up, I'm going to get together this quick honey butter. So I have 1 stick, which is half a cup of unsalted butter. You want to use unsalted butter. My unsalted butter was soft and at room temperature. I went on and whipped it with my wire whisk, and then to that I'm going to be adding my honey, and I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of honey. Now you can always make this a half a recipe by using a half a stick of butter, which is the equivalent of 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons, and you can use 1 tablespoon of honey and just make half this recipe. Now we're going to also put in a couple of pinches of coarse kosher salt, and this is going to help to offset the taste of the honey, and so that little bit of kosher salt in there with the honey and the butter, it comes out really good. And so I'm using this today for our cornbread, but I also use it when I make biscuits, or sometimes we put it on toast, croissants, different things. And this will keep in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator. Well, our blueberry cornbread is out of the oven. It has baked up for 25 minutes. I'm putting some nice butter right on top while it's nice and hot so our butter will melt. I'm going to service up some while it's hot. It is cutting so nice and it smells so good in here. Now, if you are a lover of blueberries like my family is, I also have my recipe for blueberry biscuits with the vanilla glaze. And in the description box below, I'll go ahead and put the link to that blog on how to make my blueberry biscuits with the vanilla glaze. Well, I'm going to get this first piece out and I'm going to share it with y'all and give you the first bite. Now today, this morning, my husband and I, we're going to just have ours like this with some coffee. I think probably the kids, they may scramble some eggs and have theirs with some bacon, which will go great with this, some scrambled eggs and bacon. And this is nice and it's hot. I'm going to put a little bit of this honey butter right there. This bite's for you. Go ahead and take your bite. Now I'm going to take my bite and see how we did. Oh my goodness, these come out so good. These do not disappoint. Well, I hope you give this recipe a try. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to show it some love. Give it a thumbs up and click share. Share this video with a friend or family. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can come back and visit me again in my kitchen. And remember, it's always good when Dyvonne is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.